I don't believe this. So many people. So many flashing lights. Stop it!
He has the Patrick Stewart filter on his microphone.
What's wrong with this thing? Hello. I have no emotion.
Welcome to Calgary, guys. Welcome to Calgary.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You guys see each other a lot. I know the cast stays in touch. How does it feel though to be up on the stage again? Is it surreal, or does it just feel like another day at the office?
I have to tell you, it's a little weird for me to be in the same place as the entire cast of Next Generation, and I am not wearing a muscle suit under my clothes, and my hair doesn't feel like a helmet that's a separate part of my body.
I could say it's weird knowing that Brent is not wearing any underwear.
And LeVar, you got your Tim Hortons this morning, I noticed on Twitter?
I had my cup of Tim's. It's been a long time. A long time between Tim's, and God bless Tim.
I took a Timmy myself this morning. It was delicious. I drank it. I injected it.
I woke up in bed next to Tim Horton as long as we're playing Pander to Canadians. Your move, guys.
Wheaton wins.
Maybe.
So audience, we're going to do it for questions. We want to take as many of your questions as possible. So if you put up your hand, there are some intrepid mic runners out there. So put up your hand high and proud, and a mic runner will find you, and they'll let us know here about where you are. This is Microsoft Word, I believe, that we're using. It's like Star Trek, the future is now. So just stick up your hand.
Microsoft Word is not the future.
Are you kidding me? This is high-tech Microsoft Word.
No, OpenOffice.org is the future. Now I'm playing Pander to the Nerds. A game I will also win.
I was going to say, as opposed to what? Let me ask you, may I ask you a question? Please. Are any of you going to be here tonight? Okay, great. So, don't ask us anything you would ask tonight. Because it would just be redundant later on answering. No? All right, do what you want. I don't
You've been told. I want to ask you, going back all the way back to '87, do you recall the first time you met each other, or is there an early memory that sticks out, maybe your first read-through or your first scene together? Is there anything that kind of jumps out at you from that first year on the show?
When was that?
'87.
25 years ago.
Do you remember something that happened to you 25 years ago?
I remember nothing.
Yeah, exactly. No, nothing jumps out, really.
I remember being outside of stage 8 in my school, and you were going, or stage 9, and you were going in and out of stage 9 because you were doing makeup tests for data.
True.
And I remember you having different colored contacts in your eyes and different colored paint on your face.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking that it was really cool that you would come by my schoolroom every time to show me what, how data was changing.
Well, I enjoy amusing children.
I was and am easily amused.
And it's clear that as a child you were easily amused.
I remember meeting Patrick on the lot the very first day I walked on. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know how long the show was going to go. I met Patrick. He says, I'm playing the captain. And I thought, oh, good, we're in this about a month, and then it's canceled. Sure. But I was wrong, obviously, right? I'm going to play to you guys, because... maybe I know you're there.
Oddly enough, I do remember meeting Wil Wheaton as
I love that guy.
you had been in Stand By Me. And I'm a big fan of that movie, and I thought, wow, that's the kid from Stand By Me. And I was very impressed.
I didn't know that. Thanks, man.
Which was short-lived.
I know. I felt the same way.
I thought you were going to say you thought he was Corey Feldman.
I hardly remember anything about working on Lost Boys, but I know that it's a good movie. I remember the first time I walked around Stage 9, and Stage 9 was where engineering and the transporter room and sick bay and the corridors for the Enterprise were. And ever since I was a really little kid working as an actor, I loved getting to go to soundstages because you get to cross the barrier from reality to imagination. And it's a really solid barrier. Once you're inside it, it's really easy to believe that where you are is real. And the sets on Star Trek, because I was already a fan of the original series, I was already a science fiction nerd, I was 14, I had a really, really active imagination, and I was easily entertained. Walking around those corridors, just going back and forth, from the transporter room, down the corridor, and turning right to go to engineering, and the lights are on, and the engine is going, and then coming back and going to the left and going to sick bay, and thinking, this is where I work, this is where I get to live. And it was amazing. Like, it was as cool as you think it would be to actually be there. It's so much cooler.
Let's go down to the floor. Mic number 3, Rosemary.
Hi guys, nice to see you out here. We met LeVar in Edmonton a couple of years ago, which was a pleasure. My question is for Brent. We're enjoying Fresh Hell and wondering about your process and what's going on with that right now.
Well, thank you so much for mentioning that. Do any of the rest of you know what Fresh Hell is? Well, those of you who don't, please find out. FreshHellSeries.com. It's one word, FreshHellSeries.com. That will take you there. It's a web series I've been doing. LeVar guested on the show. I don't know if you saw that one, but it was hilarious. No, it's a, I call it a sit-trage. Because it is presented in a comedic way, but it's a very sad story, but it's funny, and I'd love it if you would watch it. We've had 2 seasons, which are really short. The episodes are really short, too, so it's not a big time commitment for you. But it's the first season is like a half-hour long, and then the second one we started about 6 weeks ago, and we've aired 5 of them. We've taken 2 weeks off. We've got 5 more coming starting next Friday. The next one is hilarious. You promise me you'll watch the next one. All right. Thank you so much. You promised. So I'm going to hold you to it.
We're never going to hear the end of it if you don't uphold your promise.
Exactly. I will come after you.
That's actually an incentive for them to not uphold their promise.
If you don't watch it, I will not come after you. If you do watch it, I'm confused now. Just watch it, will you? Thank you. Thank you for asking, though. I appreciate it. This is me in Fresh Hell. Okay.
Can we see the back of the shirt?
On the back of the shirt, it just says, "At least I'm not Brent Spiner." Which you'll find out why if you watch the show.
Mic number 4 to the right, it's Patrick. I don't think it's Patrick Stewart, but let's look there. Patrick?
Hi. We saw you guys last night at dinner, and we just noticed, I wanted to ask you, is that the first time you guys have all been together? Because you guys were all like hugs and hanging out, and so is that the first time you guys have been together?
In 25 years, that's the first time we've ever seen each other. we had a little contest to see which one of us looked the worst. I won. I'm a winner. What can I say? Right? You guys answer this. I'm in trouble.
It wasn't the first time we've all been together. You know, Christmas parties, we try and get together as often as we can. Patrick lives overseas now, but what was great about last night, and we are so sorry that you were not able to make it WW.
Yeah, I'm so jet lagged from being in Australia
Yeah.
for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I was dead at 10 o'clock last night. And then awake at 2 a.m. Thanks, Brent.
It's just great when we get an opportunity to really hang together. It's like it's like hanging with your high school friends, right? And all of your jokes are inside jokes, and you know they're all stupid, but they're yours, right? And so it is good when we have a chance to see each other. It's a very small club that we're a part of.
Yeah.
When we see each other now, it means so much to me because when we were working on the show, I was a kid and I wanted so badly to hang out with you guys, and I just wanted to like be cool like you guys were, and I just couldn't do it because I was a kid. I didn't, you know, I just didn't have enough XP. So nowadays, when we get together. Pandering to the D&D nerds. It's another game I'm always going to win. But when we get together now, and I feel like I don't feel like I'm that sort of. I don't feel like I'm a little kid anymore because I turned 40 this year, and I love it, and I love to be with you guys, and I'm so grateful to be part of a cast that after 25 years wants to get together.
It's true. I mean. It is rare. I mean, you don't see Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd out at dinner, right? So,
You don't moonlight together?
no.